1. Stop begging. Start commanding your wealth. Let's get one thing straight. You are not here to beg the universe for scraps. You are not some powerless extra waiting in the wings, hoping for a lucky break. You're the director of your life, and it's time to act like it. Most people approach money with a please, maybe, hopefully someday kind of energy. They light candles, repeat affirmations half-heartedly, or whisper dreams into the void, and then wonder why nothing changes. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't respond to begging. It responds to clarity, confidence, and command. Picture this. You walk into a restaurant. The waiter asks what you'd like, and instead of placing an order, you say, "I hope something delicious just shows up." Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's exactly how most people treat their financial life. They hope, they wish, they wait. Now imagine saying this instead. I'll take a steady stream of income, some unexpected opportunities, and an overflow of abundance, starting today. That's not a wish. That's an order. And guess what? The universe takes orders. This idea isn't just motivational fluff. It's backed by timeless wisdom. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that we must give definite commands to the subconscious mind. Why? Because your subconscious doesn't interpret doubt, fear, or vague desire. It only understands direction. And it takes everything literally. So when you say, "I can't afford that," or "I'm always broke," your subconscious hears, "Got it. Keep things tight and stressful." That inner voice? It's powerful. But most people misuse it, reinforcing exactly what they're trying to escape. Here's how you flip the switch. Don't say, "I hope I get paid soon." Say, "I command money to show up now." Don't say, "Maybe one day I'll be financially free." Say, "I claim my financial freedom today." You are not asking the universe for permission. You're leading it. You are not pleading with money to find you. You're calling it in like a boss. This isn't arrogance. It's alignment. It's stepping into the truth that you are a creator, not a victim. Money is energy. Energy follows intention. And your job is to get clear on what you want, declare it, and act like it's already done. So let me ask you, are you going to keep waiting for money to, maybe, show up? Or are you ready to stand up, speak up, and say out loud, "I order money to flow to me, starting now"? Because when you do, something shifts. Not just in your mindset, in your entire reality. 2. Money is energy, and energy responds to command. Think about this for a second. When you flip on a light switch, do you pause and beg the electricity to show up? Do you light a candle, whisper affirmations, and hope the bulb maybe turns on if the universe is feeling generous today? Of course not. You flip the switch and expect the room to light up. Period. That's not magic. That's how energy works. And here's the kicker. Money is energy too. It might look like paper, numbers on a screen, or metal coins, but underneath all that, money is pure energy. It flows, it moves, it expands, it contracts. Just like electricity, just like sunlight, just like your thoughts. And here's the key insight. Energy doesn't respond to wishy-washy vibes. It responds to direction, to clarity, to certainty. Most people interact with money like it's a moody cat. Maybe if I act right, maybe if I'm nice enough, money will curl up next to me and stay. That mindset is broken. You're not dealing with a pet. You're dealing with a force. A neutral, responsive, obedient force that waits for clear instruction. So here's the question. What kind of energy are you sending to money? Are you treating it like a ghost, haunting you with fear, stress, and avoidance? Or are you stepping into the role of the conductor, calling that energy into your life with authority? When you say, "I can't afford that," you've just flipped the switch off. When you say, "Money never sticks around," guess what? You're programming your reality to keep the lights out. But when you say, I command money to flow to me with ease, you're literally turning the switch on. You're activating the circuitry of wealth in your subconscious mind, in your energetic field, and in the opportunities that begin to show up around you. This is not metaphysical fantasy, it's energetic literacy. Understanding how money behaves as energy gives you back control, because you stop reacting and start creating. The light switch analogy isn't cute, it's foundational. It represents how fast things can shift when you're clear, confident, and intentional. The electricity was always there, the wiring was already installed. You just had to flip the switch. The same is true for financial abundance. You don't have to earn it through suffering or deserve it through proving yourself. You have to command it through belief, clarity, and alignment. And here's the real shift. Once you understand that money is energy, you stop chasing it like a desperate lover. You attract it like a magnet, because your frequency is tuned to command, not confusion. So next time you need money, don't spiral into fear or doubt. Don't plead. Just flip the switch. And say with conviction, money is energy. I direct that energy. I command it to show up now. Let the current flow. 3. The subconscious obeys. Every command you give it. Here's a truth most people never realize. Your subconscious mind doesn't have a sense of humor. It doesn't question you, challenge you, or correct your logic. It simply obeys. Every word you speak, every thought you repeat, every belief you affirm. Your subconscious is listening, and it's following instructions to the letter. So when you casually say things like, I'm broke, money is tight right now, I can't afford that, you're not just describing your situation, you're programming it. Your subconscious hears those statements and responds like a loyal assistant. Got it. Keep money scarce. Create situations that match this belief. It doesn't matter if you were joking, venting, or just being realistic. To your subconscious, it's a direct order. That's why shifting your language is so powerful. Because when you speak with clarity and certainty, you give your subconscious mind a new set of marching orders. And remember, it doesn't argue, it just acts. Let's be honest, we've all grown up in environments where money complaints were normal. Money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Rich people are greedy. These phrases may sound harmless, but repeated often enough, they become embedded commands that shape your financial reality. Here's the good news. You can reprogram those commands. How? By replacing lack-based statements with empowered intentional ones. Instead of, I never have enough, try, I command money to flow to me now, in expected and unexpected ways. Instead of, I'm just bad with money, try, I'm becoming a magnet for wealth and financial wisdom. It might feel awkward at first. Your old beliefs will resist. But your subconscious is always listening, and it responds to repetition with emotion. Say it like you mean it. Say it often. Write it down. Feel it. The more you do, the faster your internal GPS shifts from lack to abundance. Think of your subconscious like a genie. It grants whatever you ask without judgment. But if you're constantly asking for more struggle, more limitations, more just getting by, that's exactly what you'll get. So stop placing unconscious orders for poverty. Start placing intentional orders for prosperity. Say things like, I order my income to increase now. I command unexpected money to find me today. My financial reality is improving rapidly and permanently. Speak to your subconscious like it's your most powerful ally, because it is. Once you master this, your outer world will start to mirror your inner commands. That's not magic. That's mental discipline meeting energetic law. Train your inner voice to speak powerfully, because what you tell your subconscious today becomes your reality tomorrow. 4. Act as if the money is already on its way. One of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make in your relationship with money is this. Start living like the money is already on its way. Why? Because when you act as if something is coming, you create space for it to arrive. You shift your energy from hoping to expecting. And that expectation, that confident readiness, is magnetic. Think about it. When you order something online, you don't sit around doubting whether it's real. You don't question if you're worthy of receiving it. You don't pace the floor asking, will it actually get here? You trust that the package is en route, and you get ready to receive it. That's exactly how you need to treat money. Start preparing your life like you're about to receive a major financial upgrade. Because if you're not prepared to receive, you're unconsciously signaling that you don't believe it's really coming. Here's what that preparation looks like. Clean out your wallet. A messy, crumpled wallet full of expired receipts and old gift cards sends a message of chaos and neglect. Organize it. Make space. Treat it like a sacred container for wealth, because it is. Get your financial house in order. Organize your bank accounts, check your credit report, update your budget. Don't wait until you have more money. Start managing what you have like someone who's expecting more to arrive. That's the energy that attracts increase. Practice gratitude in advance. This one is a game changer. Don't wait to feel grateful until the money lands. Start saying thank you before it shows up. Say things like, thank you for the abundance that's on its way. Thank you for the opportunities lining up for me right now. Gratitude in advance is like sending the universe a confirmation email. Yes, I've placed the order. Yes, I'm expecting it. Yes, I'm ready. Visualize yourself receiving with ease. Imagine opening that email saying, payment received. Picture yourself depositing the check, accepting the raise, or smiling as your side hustle takes off. Feel the emotion now, because emotion is what imprints on the subconscious mind. Shift your environment. Just like you might tidy up before guests arrive, start upgrading your physical space to reflect abundance. Even small things, like lighting a candle, organizing your workspace, or printing a vision board, can signal readiness. When you act like money is coming, you're not pretending, you're aligning. You're stepping into a version of yourself that believes, receives, and manages wealth. This isn't about faking it. It's about faith in motion. You're not sitting around wishing for change. You're moving like someone who knows change is inevitable. That's the energy that attracts opportunities, opens doors, and draws resources your way. So today, ask yourself, if I knew $10,000 was landing in my account this week, what would I do differently right now? Then go do that. Because when you act like it's coming, it comes. 5. Accept money in all forms. Say yes, and say thank you. One of the biggest blocks to abundance isn't that money isn't showing up. It's that you're rejecting it when it does. Not intentionally, of course, but unconsciously you might be turning away the very thing you've been asking for, simply because it didn't arrive in the right package. Here's the truth. Money doesn't always show up as a paycheck. It can come in the form of a free coffee, a friend picking up the tab, a coupon you forgot you had, a refund check you didn't expect, or even a dollar bill lying on the sidewalk. But if your automatic response is, "Oh no, you don't have to do that. I can't accept this. Let me pay you back," then you're basically telling the universe, "No thanks, I'm not open to receiving." That's a problem, because the universe is constantly testing your receiving frequency. It sends small bits of abundance to see how you respond. If you say no to the small stuff, why would it trust you with more? Think of it like training a muscle. Every time you say thank you instead of no, I couldn't possibly, you're building your capacity to receive more. When someone offers to buy you lunch, say, "Thank you. I received that with joy." When you find a $5 bill on the street, don't look around for who lost it or feel guilty. Pick it up and say, "Thank you, universe. More of this, please." This is not about greed or entitlement. It's about respecting flow. When you reject money, even in small, innocent ways, you're signaling to your subconscious that you're uncomfortable with receiving. That discomfort creates a ceiling. The goal: remove that ceiling. Receiving is an art, and it starts with saying yes. You don't need to earn every cent through effort. That's an old paradigm. Money can arrive with ease. Sometimes it shows up through people who feel called to bless you. Sometimes it comes through circumstances that seem coincidental, but aren't. Every act of receiving is a declaration: I am worthy of abundance in all its forms. I trust money to come to me from both expected and unexpected sources. I allow generosity to flow both ways. I give and I receive. And here's the beautiful part. The more gracefully you receive, the more generously you'll feel inspired to give. It becomes a cycle of circulation, not limitation. So from now on, when abundance knocks on your door, even if it's small, even if it's surprising, open it wide. Smile. Say thank you. And know that every yes you speak is a green light to the universe. I'm open, I'm ready, keep it coming. 6. Respect the small amounts. They open the door to more. It's easy to get excited when a big check comes in. A bonus, a new client, a windfall. That kind of money grabs your attention. But here's the truth most people overlook. The universe watches how you treat the small amounts before it decides to send the big ones. If you can't celebrate finding $1, what makes you think you'll be ready for $10,000? Every penny, every dime, every dollar that flows into your life is a signal. It's a sign that abundance is in motion. And the way you respond to those small signals tells your subconscious mind and the universe whether or not you're truly open to receiving more. This isn't about pretending a coin is $1 million. It's about training your brain to feel joy when money arrives in any form. Here's what happens. When you get excited over small financial wins, even saving $2 on groceries or finding loose change in your car, your brain releases dopamine. That joy wires your subconscious to associate money with positive emotions. And guess what? The subconscious loves repeating anything that feels good. So if every time you receive money, even in tiny doses, you light up with appreciation, your mind goes, they like this. Let's find more ways to make it happen. On the flip side, if you roll your eyes at a small refund or say, "Ugh, it's just a few bucks," you're sending the opposite message. This isn't exciting. This doesn't matter. And your subconscious, loyal as ever, says, "Got it. Let's stop bothering with that money stuff." Think about how you'd react if you got a free coffee today. Would you brush it off? Or would you pause, smile, and say, "Thank you, universe. More of this, please"? That tiny moment of gratitude creates a ripple effect. Gratitude is magnetic. Joy is magnetic. And respect is magnetic. The wealthiest people in the world, the ones who stay wealthy, often share something in common. They track their money, they honor their money, and they respect the flow of every dollar, not just the flashy ones. Try this. Keep a money wins journal. Write down every dollar you receive, birthday cash, discounts, tips, refunds, everything. When you get unexpected change back from a cashier, take a second to feel good about it. Say things like, "I love when money shows up like this. I'm so thankful for every dollar that flows into my life." Because when you treat $1 like it matters, you train your world to deliver more of what you're aligned with. Respecting the small amounts isn't childish. It's championship-level money energy. So the next time you find a coin on the ground, don't walk past it. Pick it up, smile, and say, "Thank you, I receive." That's how abundance grows, one grateful moment at a time. 7. Interrupt negative money thoughts. immediately, and replace them with powerful commands. One of the most important habits you can build on your journey to financial abundance is the ability to catch a limiting belief the moment it shows up and shut it down. Fast. Here's why. Your thoughts are not just passing fluff, they're instructions. Every time you think, "I never have enough," or "money always slips away," you're issuing a command to your subconscious. And as we know, your subconscious doesn't argue, it just follows orders. That's why catching these thoughts in real time is crucial. The longer they stay unchecked, the deeper they embed themselves into your financial identity. So what do you do? The moment a fear-based money thought pops up, interrupt it. Out loud if necessary, say, "Cancel that. Nope, not my story anymore." Delete. Make it playful, make it powerful, but most importantly, make it immediate. Then replace it with a direct, positive, commanding statement. Something like, "I command unexpected money to show up for me today. I order financial ease to flow into my life now. Money is showing up for me in ways I can't even imagine." Why does this work? Because you're retraining your mental reflexes. You're shifting from a reactive mindset to a conscious creator mindset. Instead of letting thoughts run the show, you're stepping into the driver's seat and redirecting your energy on the spot. At first, this might feel awkward or forced. That's okay. Think of it like going to the mental gym. The more you do it, the stronger your focus becomes, and the faster you'll bounce back from scarcity thinking. Let's be honest, negative thoughts around money are everywhere. From the media, from childhood, from old experiences of struggle. You can't always control the first thought that pops into your mind, but you have complete power over the second thought. That second thought is where your power lives. That's where you flip the script. Here's a tip. Create a list of go-to money affirmations on command. Keep them in your phone, your wallet, or on a sticky note at your desk. Whenever a limiting belief sneaks in, you've got a toolbox ready to rewire it. Here are a few to get you started. I am worthy of massive wealth. Money loves to flow to me. My income is constantly increasing. I trust the timing of financial miracles. Every time you correct a negative thought, you're creating new neural pathways. You're literally rewiring your brain for prosperity. This isn't toxic positivity, it's mental discipline. Because the people who become magnetic to money, they aren't perfect. They just refuse to let old thoughts dictate new results. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, "I don't have enough," pause, smile, and say, "Cancel that. I command unexpected income to find me now." That 1 second of choice could shift your entire financial reality. 8. Stop complaining about money. Start speaking to it. Like a trusted partner, every time you complain about money, out loud or in your head, you're doing more damage than you realize. You're not just venting. You're not just being realistic. What you're really doing is sending a loud, clear signal to your subconscious mind and the universe. I want more of this struggle. I identify with lack. Keep it coming. That sounds harsh, but it's exactly how energetic alignment works. When you say things like, "I'm so tired of being broke," "Money is such a problem," "I'll never get ahead," you are reinforcing the belief that money equals pain, stress, or conflict. And your subconscious, which listens to everything you say, takes that message literally. It assumes that's the reality you want to keep experiencing and works hard to maintain it. Complaining creates energetic loops. The more you talk about how hard money is, the more evidence your mind looks for to prove it right. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So how do you break the cycle? You reframe the relationship. Instead of treating money like a burden, start treating it like a loyal companion, a best friend, a business partner, someone who wants to help you, support you, and show up for you, but only if you treat them right. Think about it. If you constantly talked trash about a friend behind their back, ignored them, or only reached out in desperation, would that friend stick around? Probably not. Money is the same. It responds to how you speak about it and how you feel around it. So ditch the rants. Stop telling sob stories about how you're barely scraping by. That's not manifesting, that's programming more lack. Instead, shift your language to empowerment. Money and I are building a strong relationship. I love how money supports my dreams. I trust money to show up at the perfect time. Abundance flows to me because I'm aligned with it. And when people around you start to complain, you don't need to judge them, but you can choose not to add fuel to the fire. Change the subject, or gently offer a different perspective. Protect your energy like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. The more you normalize positive talk about money, the more comfortable your subconscious becomes with wealth. You start to see money not as the enemy, but as a partner in expansion. And here's the magic. When you speak well about money, it starts to respond in kind. You'll notice new opportunities, surprise windfalls, financial ease where there used to be friction. So the next time you catch yourself about to complain about bills or stress about expenses, take a breath and shift your script. Instead of, "I can't afford that," say, "I'm choosing to prioritize other things right now, and more money is always on its way to me." Money listens. Speak to it like someone you love, and it will love you right back. 9. Science confirms you can rewire your brain. One thought at a time. What if every time you thought something positive about money, you were literally reshaping your brain? According to neuroscience, that's not a metaphor. It's a fact. Your brain is not fixed. It's not hardwired for poverty or wealth. It's adaptable, moldable, reprogrammable. This powerful phenomenon is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. And here's the kicker. Every thought you think, every word you say, every belief you reinforce is building or strengthening a neural pathway. So when you repeatedly tell yourself, "I'm always struggling with money," you're carving a mental groove that keeps your brain looking for more struggle. That thought doesn't just disappear, it gets stronger every time it fires. But the moment you interrupt that pattern and choose a new thought, like, "Money is finding its way to me with ease," you're laying down a new track, a new pathway, a new story. Do it once, it feels foreign. Do it 5 times, it gets familiar. Do it 50 times, and your brain starts to accept it as your new default setting. This is why affirmations work when used consistently and with emotion. You're not just saying pretty words, you're literally doing mental rewiring. It's DIY brain surgery, minus the scalpels. And the best part, the more you repeat empowering money thoughts, the easier they become. That's because the brain prefers efficiency. Once a neural pathway gets strong, your mind will default to it automatically, just like how you can tie your shoes without thinking about it. You can train your brain to see opportunity instead of limitation. You can train your brain to feel calm instead of panic when looking at your bank balance. You can train your brain to expect abundance instead of doubt it. Here's a practical way to start. Create a money mantra you say every morning and night. Something like, "I'm reprogramming my mind for wealth and ease. My brain is wired for prosperity." Pair that mantra with a feeling, confidence, joy, calm. That emotional charge is what cements the new pattern. The more consistently you apply this, the more you'll start noticing real-world changes. Not because the universe suddenly changed, but because you changed. You start spotting opportunities you would have missed. You speak differently. You feel safer receiving. You begin to act like someone who expects good things financially, and the outer world responds accordingly. So yes, the science is clear. You are not a prisoner of your past financial programming. You are the architect of your new financial reality, starting with a single thought. And each time you choose a thought aligned with abundance, you're not just being positive. You're rewiring your brain to support the future you actually want. 10. Align your actions with your beliefs. Faith. Without movement doesn't work. You can affirm all day long, visualize checks arriving, and declare, "I am abundant," in the mirror. But if you're not backing those beliefs with aligned actions, you're sending mixed signals to the universe and your own subconscious. Manifestation isn't just about mental or spiritual work. It requires movement. Think about it like this. If you truly believed a package was on its way to your doorstep, wouldn't you open the blinds, clear space at the front door, maybe even listen for the delivery truck? You wouldn't hide in your room and hope it breaks through the ceiling. That's what acting in alignment looks like, making room for what you believe is already on the way. When it comes to money, this means you don't just hope and wait. You take intentional steps that match the frequency of abundance. Ask yourself, if I truly believed money was flowing to me, how would I behave differently today? What conversations would I be willing to have? What project would I finally start? What would I stop procrastinating? Aligned action can be as simple as updating your resume, starting that Etsy shop you've been dreaming about, learning a new skill, or reaching out to someone for a collaboration. It doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to be on purpose. Because action creates momentum. And momentum signals trust. When you move, even before results show up, you're telling your subconscious, "This belief is real. I'm living it now." And your subconscious gets on board fast when it sees consistent behavior. Let's be clear, this isn't hustle culture. It's not about grinding or forcing outcomes. It's about flowing with faith. It's about creating conditions for abundance to land. You're not sitting around hoping for a financial miracle to drop through the ceiling. You're building the landing pad with every decision you make. Here's the difference. Hoping says, "Maybe it'll come if I'm lucky." Aligned action says, "It's already on the way. I'm preparing for it." Start checking in with your habits, your calendar, your daily routines. Are they reflective of someone who expects money to flow in, or someone stuck in survival mode? If you say, "I believe in abundance," but avoid checking your bank account, dodge your bills, and ignore income opportunities, your actions are canceling out your affirmations. So start small. Take one action today that a wealth-conscious version of you would take. Maybe that's applying for that job, launching that product, raising your rates, or even just organizing your workspace with the belief that new opportunities are coming. Every time you align action with belief, you're collapsing the gap between vision and reality. That's when abundance stops being a dream and starts becoming your default. 11. 7-day practice to train your subconscious for wealth. This isn't just another feel-good exercise. It's a practical, repeatable system to retrain your subconscious mind, the part of you that quietly runs 95% of your life, to expect money, welcome it, and multiply it. Here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, you'll commit to 2 simple but powerful daily habits. Step 1. Write and speak a clear financial command. Every morning, this is not a wish, not a hope, not a vague, "wouldn't it be nice if" thought. It's a declaration, a bold, specific, intentional command to your subconscious and to the universe. Examples: I order $500 in new income to flow to me today. I command aligned, high-paying opportunities to show up now. I call in unexpected money from sources seen and unseen. The power of this isn't just in writing it, it's in speaking it out loud. When you say something with conviction, you activate energy in your body, voice, and nervous system. That vibration reinforces the belief in your mind. And when repeated daily, you create a rhythm of certainty that rewires how you relate to money. It's like setting your inner GPS. You give your mind a destination, and your brain starts filtering for people, ideas, and actions that align with it. Step 2. Track every single dollar that comes in, no matter how small. This is your success journal, your proof that your commands are working. It could be a $5 discount at the store, a friend buying you lunch, a refund you forgot about, a random $1 you find on the sidewalk, a new client or extra hours at work. It doesn't matter how small, write it down. Why? Because your subconscious learns through repetition and evidence. When you start documenting every financial win, your mind begins to connect the dots. Wait! I said money would come. And look, it did. This isn't just talk. It's happening. We're winning. And once your subconscious gets on board with a new reality, it accelerates the process. It starts filtering your decisions, reactions, and perceptions through a new identity. You become someone who expects money, notices money, and honors money. Repeat for 7 days. Do this every morning, before distractions hit. Start your day with command, not confusion. End each day by recording evidence that wealth is finding you. This isn't about superstition. It's about mental conditioning. You're showing your brain and the universe that you're serious, that you're available, that you're no longer waiting passively for financial change. You're leading it, creating it, commanding it. And 7 days is just the beginning, because once you see how well it works, you won't want to stop. 12. You don't need permission to be wealthy. Lead your financial life. Like a boss. One of the biggest mindset traps people fall into is thinking they need someone's permission to be rich. They wait for a raise. They wait for the economy to improve. They wait for a sign from the universe, or approval from their family, or some perfect moment to finally feel ready. Let's get something straight. You don't need permission to be wealthy. You don't need to ask for it, earn it, or apologize for it. You have the right now, to declare that financial prosperity is yours. Not someday, not if everything lines up. Now. Because here's the truth, you are the CEO of your life. You are the one who sets the tone for your financial reality. If you act like money is something that happens to you, you'll always feel out of control. But if you start acting like the leader of your money, the commander of your cash flow, everything changes. Being financially bossy doesn't mean being arrogant or greedy. It means owning your power. It means stepping up and saying, I call in wealth. I set the standard for what I allow into my financial life. I direct the flow of money. I don't chase it. This is about mindset and movement. It's about showing up every day with the energy of someone who's not hoping, but deciding. Not begging, but commanding. Not waiting, but acting. When you take that approach, you stop asking, am I allowed to have more? Is it okay for someone like me to be successful? Do I deserve this? And you start saying, I choose abundance. I lead my financial reality. I have full authority over the wealth I'm building. It's not about pretending you're a millionaire overnight. It's about carrying yourself with clarity and confidence, because that's what money responds to. Money flows to people who treat it with respect, who invite it in with intention, who act like they belong in rooms where wealth is expected. And let's be honest, most people won't get it. They'll think you're being too bold. But bold is what gets results. Being financially bossy means you take responsibility for your money mindset. You make aligned, intelligent decisions without guilt. You believe you're worthy, not because you proved it, but because you decided it. So no more playing small. No more shrinking to fit other people's comfort zones. No more asking life to approve your success. You approve it. You authorize it. You lead it. Say it out loud. I don't need permission to be wealthy. I'm financially bossy, and money responds to me. That's not just a mantra. It's your new identity. And the universe, it's listening.